Okay, thank you for meeting with me, and I realize that you came to me with this problem, and I'm now been working on this with my team, and we've come up with what we think is the best solution to fix your situation here at Clarke Apartments. Now, granted, these are just strategies that we have recommended to you. There are many strategies that you can implement, and we are just going to go ahead and list out the strategies and see which one you would prefer to implement.
Okay, great. I like having a choice.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to go ahead and restate your vision statements here at Clarke Apartments. Number one is affordable, abundant living. And number two is continually living the spirit of Rick's. We know here at Clarke Apartments, rent is cheaper than most other places. It's close. It is a nice living environment. It's comfortable for the students and for your audience. Secondly, Clarke Apartments is one of the only few here at Rexburg that have still been alive since the spirit of Rick's. They haven't been as remodeled. They haven't been torn down and rebuilt. They have that spirit of the distance-wise and just that overall homey feeling that most students want to have here at Rexburg.
Has all the secrets in the walls of all the years.
Now, for students, one thing that we want to do is that you came to us and said that you want to be able to do is have students that live here longer.
Okay.
You want more contracts. You want to fill up. And you told me that the spring semester is not your best semester for filling up. And we just want to make sure that the people living there at Clarke Apartments, they know each other, they're friendly, they feel like they can open their doors and go over to their next door neighbors, and that they can just have a conversation, that they can have that environment. And we believe that that can happen here at Clarke Apartments. One of the things is that in crowd. You notice at these other places like the Ivy, North Point, Mountain West, they have that in crowd of students. And we believe that just because of size, that you can still bring that here to Clarke today. Now, with your situation, you are older. You are smaller, and you're not as tech savvy as compared to, say, North Point.
But we have charm.
You do. You do have charm. And the amenities aren't as best. You don't have a lounge. But what we do have, you have a fire pit, you have close parking, you have a basketball hoop right outside for anyone to go and play. You don't just have to live there. You can bring your friends over and feel like you can just have a good time. Now, one of the things is your marketing campaign, as you can see in this ad, didn't quite hit the charts in the books compared to other places. It's not very easy to read. It's not very, charming to most people to see that and say, oh, hey, I've never heard of Clarke Apartments. Where is that? Granted,
we gave them information.
We did give them information. The problem is with it being older and smaller, North Point, the Ivy, Mountain Lofts, they are the stronger suits compared to the types of apartments that we, as Clarke and other ones north or closer, such as Snowview, Sunset, around Clarke Apartments, that we want to be protected and make sure that, even though we are smaller, that we're not going to get run out by some big company and some big apartment complex. So how do we get here? Just like I said, these big high-end apartment complexes, their amenities are way better, their atmosphere is way better, but I still believe that at Clarke Apartments that we can gain that. Now, the options that we have, I noticed the ads that you've put on your Facebook. I love your social media page. I believe that we can get that a little bit more out there to that in crowd that I was talking about before. I believe a new marketing or public relations campaign could really bring in that in crowd. Maybe some type of event that you can do a partnership with. Partnerships, I believe, are one of the best ways that you can get out your message. You can get out what you have to offer. So with that being said, partnership with Snowview or Sunset that's nearby, and plan an event. There's a beautiful park right nearby, and just play games, and then as well bring in and say, hey, you come to this and we can offer off a discount for if you sign a contract that day. I know that will bring me in to want to participate. And even if I were a different student, and even if I didn't want to sign a contract, I'd still be interested because of the fun activities that are going on.
Yeah, we are so close to them and to campus and have that nice park.
Exactly. As well as reforming the vision statement, I understand that the spirit of Rick's is a great statement, but a lot of people are saying they put that with being older.
Yeah.
They don't want to be affiliated with Rick's College. They want to be affiliated with BYU Idaho.
Right.
So, with that being said, reforming the vision statement, I believe that affordable, abundant living is enough to bring in an in crowd. The spirit of Rick's is great, but I just don't think that it's seeing that on the sign is not bringing it in enough. Also, you came to us and said spring is not your best semester for students.
Yeah, it's down.
Yeah, and we believe it's because of AC units. There is no AC. Heating is great for the winter, but I noticed, and I talked to very many students that live there, and they tend to leave in the spring because of there isn't AC units, and it's not as hot as Arizona or Texas.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it
It's only
does
a few
feel
days
hot.
where you really need it, right?
Well, technically speaking, if you look at the temperatures, you could say that. But we know that students have their opinions, and most of them like to have an AC unit. So just having the option and that availability is what they want.
Keep going.
Okay, so my highest recommendation for that spring semester, because you're filling up fall, you're filling up winter, is the AC units. I've gone and talked to many students, and they said that they would extend their contract and bring in their friends and refer more friends if there were AC units in the spring. My own roommates are even saying, I'm planning on leaving after the winter because they are already looking for somewhere where there is an AC unit option.
And so you think even now, like if they found out when they came back in January that there was going to be AC, they would stay?
Yes.
Okay.
That was the majority opinion and vote from the students that I have talked to.
Okay.
As well as a public relations campaign and marketing campaign, as I was speaking, that is highly recommended. However, that's where the AC units, and we'll go back to that. The marketing campaign and events campaign will cost a little bit of money, just depending on whether or who not you do get a partnership with. If you do it by yourself, obviously there will be more money.
Yeah.
But partnership is the ideal. Now, about the AC units, 67% of students I talked to, between pricing and distance to walking from in campus, 67 said AC units is what they want. Granted, that was only about 50 to 75 students, but that is majority vote. Now, with this, long-term stay, enjoyable, comfortable, and there are cheaper options available for AC units. Now, don't just affiliate AC units with, here's my checkbook, and
Exactly.
I have to pay a big price. There are options as low as $139 per unit. Now, with Clarke Apartments, there are 6 units, 4 apartments, 1 house, and then the basement. Now, with that would only roughly estimate to about $1,200 to $1,400. Now, that may not be where Clarke Apartment is at, but it is possible. An increase in rent, a small increase in rent, is well worth the option for having people have that option to continue staying long term. And like I said, it'll bring the in crowd, friends will stay, referrals, and you'll have that environment where everyone can be like, oh yeah, I'm not just going to be here for one semester, then out and then look for another place. So, as I was saying about the vision statement, affordable, abundant living with the AC units, with the marketing and public relations campaign, I believe, and my team believes, that this is the vision statement and that this is where we can be.
Drop the spirit of Rick's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any questions?
All right. Thank you.